Good morning, TikTok family. Just really wanted to touch base with you before I head out to work. I sit here and do my meditations every morning, get my mind right, get my mind, body, and soul right for the day. I wanted to talk about, what recovery has given me since I've been in recovery. It's given me a peace of mind. It's given me a serenity. Thank God for being grateful. I never knew how to be grateful. I can remember early on, they're like, all you have to do is change one thing and that's everything. And I was like, oh my God, that's so much. But really, it's not. I live my program just for today. I stay open minded and willingness, and I do something different, right? So I can remember coming into an higher power, and because I didn't have one growing up. And so what I did was I listened to K-Love. I listened to spiritual podcast, and they wasn't inviting at first, right? But what I did was somebody told me early on that my spirit's listening. No matter if it's good or bad, my spirit is listening. I growing up, I didn't know that I even, was, I never had no spiritual awakenings or anything like that, right? But this process allowed me to have a lot of spiritual awakenings. But how do I do that? I become in tune with my spirituality, right? I'm very spiritual. I'm not so much religious. I'm spiritual. So it's me, myself, and I, right? And I can battle with myself in my head because I have a thinking disease. And that's what makes me an addict, right? It's not how much drugs I used to use. It's not how much food I eat or how much shopping I do. It's what happens when I do that. One is too many and 1,000's never enough. So I have to be real mindful of that. I will use something until it hurts me. So if I'm not spiritually fit on a daily, my actions will show it, because I cannot think my way into a new way. I have to act my way into a new way of thinking. So I continue to show up for my life, do something different. Like if I was going in any situation, if I was going to act a certain way, then I try act a different way. And I have became aware of some tools that I have. I pause, I think, before I react today. And that really saves my ass a lot of times. And I'm just real grateful for that. I have a meditation that I read every morning. It's just for today. This morning's talk about self-pity. What I do know, I'm not a victim. What happened in my childhood or whatever the case may be, when I become an adult, I have a choice. And that choice, them choices is what led me through, to where I ended up, on the streets. And so today I make better choices because I have tools. I have a lot of tools. I have some women in my life that believe in me. I can call. There was a time that I didn't care for women. They wanted my man, my money, or my dope, right? Today I have some amazing women in my life. And I don't know what I would do without them, and so just real grateful for the process, real grateful to know that I don't have to be in self today. I can do some things that's for the better good, because I have to ask myself as a recovering addict, is this just going to benefit me, or is this going to benefit the whole for the greater good? And when I make a decision on the greater good of things, man, life gets better. And because it allows me to make some decisions and take out my feelings, because what I do know and my experience has been, when I make a decision on how I feel about a situation, that situation will change. My feelings will change. I will have happy, sad, lonely, despair. I have all kinds of feelings in a short amount of time. And then I have the consequences of my actions that I acted out on my feelings, right? So today I have some tools in my toolbox to allow me not to do that as much. I'm not perfect by any means, but I get better each day. And I'm just real grateful for the process of recovery. If you're struggling, please reach out and get some help. It's going to be the hardest thing that you ever done, but the most rewarding thing that you'll ever do for yourself. Nobody can do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. No matter if you're trying to stay clean for somebody else, it will never work. You have to do it for yourself. So you got this. If you're out there struggling, you got this. Reach out. Have a good day. Bye.